Ma'am? Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Let us start our second session.
So,
Good afternoon to all of you. Ceremony இருக்கா சரி பண்ணுங்க பண்ணுங்க பண்ணுங்க.
Good afternoon to one and all. The lunch made us feel quite recognized and valued. Hope we all had a yummy lunch. Let us start the second session on National Seminar on Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. With this quote, I would like to invite head of our department and associate professor, Dr. E.L. Ramar sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am. Let's start this
good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay, ma'am. So, dear participants and my dear colleagues, today the second session, Dr. BHAWNA Sori, Assistant Professor, Department of Applied Business Economics, Dayalbagh Educational Institution, Dayalbagh, Agra, Andhra Pradesh, is going to deliver a lecture, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, our national seminar. So, in the year 2017, Dr. BHAWNA Sori, as well as myself and Vishnu Shankar, is attend the professor course, Lucknow University, Lucknow. So at that time, ma'am is also participated one of the professor course. So she is a very apt person to discuss the concerned headings of entrepreneurship and innovation. So due to this purpose, I welcome you, ma'am, and I welcome our audience as well as our faculty members. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Never judge someone without knowing the whole story. You may think you understand, but you don't. With these words, I would like to invite Mr. K. Gautam of First MCOM to introduce our chief guest.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all present here. I'm K. Gautam, first MCOM. It is an honor to have our chief guest today. I extend my warmest greetings and heartful welcome to chief guest Dr. Bhavana JOHRI, MCOM MBA. She has awarded PhD in Commerce from Dayalbagh Institute, Agra in the year 2004 and completed her MCOM from Dayalbagh Institute, Agra in the year 1998 and completed her Bachelor of Business Management from Dayalbagh Institute, Agra 1996 and completed her MBA from LM Sikkim in the year 2010. She had 18 years teaching experience. She earned 6 Best Paper Awards in international conference. She had participated in co-curricular and professional development activities. She published 7 books. She organized various workshops. She published 24 research papers in national and international level. She edited chapter on digital education reform post-COVID and analysis of Indian international education system edited in book in 23rd National
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please don't do so much. Please, sir. Please, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your honoring. Thank you, sir. Let's
Thank you.
start it. Let's start it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
It is our honor to have our chief guest who has achieved great success in their field and is an inspiration to us all. Now let us join with our chief guest through online meet. The session is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, and the sir for giving me this opportunity to be connected, and that also through online to a Tamil Nadu college. Never been thought in a dream. So, thank you so much, sir. We met in 2017, and thank you for remembering me for such a long period. Giving me this honor is really commendable. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, let's move to the topic which has been given to me. I'm sharing the slide. Do let me know it's shared or not. One second, I'm sharing. Yeah. Please let me know if it's shared. Yeah.
Yeah, mom.
Okay.
Ma'am, I can listen to you, ma'am. It's audible.
Yeah. Just a minute, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am.
One second. Yeah. Now it's sharing. Everything is fine. May I start?
Sure, ma'am. You can start, ma'am.
Okay. So my topic of today's is about entrepreneurs in India and its basic role in Indian economy. So the meaning of entrepreneur should be firstly clear to all of us. That is a maximum risk, a maximum opportunities, and creative ideas is a combination of entrepreneur. They are essential for the development of the growth, no doubt job creations, no doubt economic progress, and that it's a main soul of and say an entrepreneur. So before coming to this point of entrepreneur, I would like to share a video with you, uh, make you a little bit more aware of what's my thought, my basic ideas which I want to be connect with you. Reliance was, are you able to hear? Founded as a startup even before startups.
Yes, ma'am. It's audible, but right now we could
The founded
listen to some
Reliance
background sound.
for people in the chair was 5 decades ago. Then it became the micro industry, then it became the small industry. Meaning today you can consider as such.
We couldn't see you, ma'am. The video is not visible.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'll do that. Reliance was founded as a startup even before startups. Like my father founded Reliance with a table and a chair. It was 5 decades ago.
Ma'am, if you have any problem in presenting, you could just share the, you could just mail the PPT to us and we could share it.
Fine. Yeah. Give me a minute. Sorry, ma'am. Give me a minute. I just wanted to show this.
Okay, okay.
It is open, like it is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Ma'am? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm really sorry for this time period to be not properly utilized. Although I collected a video which I wanted to share, but doesn't matter.
It happens, ma'am, with the technology. It's totally okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, dear.
Okay, okay.
The main point which I want to highlight for an entrepreneur is what main functions do an entrepreneur should have. See, it's not difficult now in India especially, and that is being highlighted all over the world, that India has developed itself in a different platforms and have that courage to start with a small part. Dhirubhai Ambani is one of the example that he started his small business with a table and a chair and a 1,000 rupees. And that shows that courage, that understanding, that risk-taking passion can bring an height and a height of a different on a different level where you are not just earning profit but recruiting many, giving a job creator person, realizing and understanding what is actually a risk is, understanding the long-term concept, understanding the meaning of planning, how to execute that planning, not only for a short period of time, but a long period of time. And no doubt, it can be only done when you can manage the finance world. Financing is like a blood of an organization. How you flow it, how you collect your risk and convert it into a profit area. That is the reason you are starting an entrepreneur, to earn profit. And earning profit is only being understand when you understand the meaning of finance, where it is needed. While we are studying, when we are traveling, when we are doing or purchasing any of the things, we need money. And for starting an entrepreneur, we need a money. And for running it, we need a finance. For getting into a profitable returns, we need a finance. So how to manage those things? Not only for the shorter period of time, but a continuous process of an entrepreneur. It's a step by step, every day, every second, every hour, where we need an expenditure. We need how to collect, how to understand our meaning of finance and how to best utilize it into a collective form and to get in a result form. How to now second point is the after finance, how to manage the operations. It cannot, the operation doesn't mean a manufacturing word. Operation means entire process which we are dealing with. If it is a service sector, if it is any of the sector, how you operate it, how to make an optimum utilization of your resources which you have, how to make it efficient growth, how you can do an efficient growth through that. That is an operation work. Management means getting things done at a time period is a right management. Management not only being okay, the things has to be done, can be delayed for 2 days or 2 hours or 10 hours. No, that is not a management. Management means things done and an accurate time period where it is needed. It can be before, but it could not be after. And if it is after, it is worthless. So things to be managed in a right form. And that could be understood by the creative ideas. What is my creative ideas? What is new what I'm doing today? We have number of social influences today in a social platform. How they understand what is today needed by the customer. What is a different idea is needed for the customer? How we can encash it? How we can collect number of customers through that? That creative idea, that creative concept should be very clear to all of us. Business plan, it's not just creating a business plan is done. No. Business plan or an entrepreneur plan, or say a plan which can be converted in a small amount of money into a big entrepreneur in a profitable return. And that is by underlining what is my goal is, how do I achieve that goal, what strategies should I maintain in that, what amendments or timely amendments I have to do it, which is needed in my current environment, where current supportive, what new government policies has been implemented, how I can correct myself, how I can do more creative things in my planning to get a better result. It means planning is a continuous process which will never be stopped at any level when we are a part of an entrepreneur, because it needed because it has certain requirements of the platform. Now the point comes, if we have an meaning form, meaning of a cultivator, meaning of profiling in its different areas, it has certain more important areas, like we say it career building of a culture building, because we are developing an entrepreneur, we have to build a culture, we have to understand the risk measurement, how we can measure the risk at each and every level. It's not a part of starting, okay, I'm starting my business, I have to measure the risk. No, we have to measure at, like the planning, each and every step we have to measure the risk at each and every step, because my motto is to earn the profit also, or to make myself recognized in the world, in my area, in my nation, in my country, in my world. And the concept makes me to understand how I can measure a risk at the different levels. Then it comes decision making. My concept, my decision should be very functional. My decision should be always in the favor of my company which I'm running. I'm entrepreneur to my company. My business should be in such a way, the collection of the organization which I have, the number of people I'm connected to, me should have in proper decision making in the favor of them, understanding what their requirement is, understanding what the circumstances, what's the environment needed it, what the difference in the policy I needed it, what amendments I have to do it. Decision making is again a continuous process, which the points I'm dealing with you is a continuation process. We have to understand it. We can't delay on, we can't be liberal on that particular point. Okay, fine, I'm not taking decision today, I will be taking it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I will be facing certain loss, maybe certain damages, maybe certain parameters can destroy my level of the smooth running of my business. So that I have to understand it when we are stepping towards an entrepreneur. Now, if I'm hiring and recruiting any person for my management, for my entrepreneur, I have to be very specific what I want from them, what quality of work I need from them, what basic requirement I needed from them, and that right person on a right job is a right result which can be given to my organization or my entrepreneur. That concept should be very clear. Identification of my entrepreneur opportunity should be very clear. What are my opportunities are? How can I? What are the gaps there in the market? How I can delete it? How I can eliminate that? How can I convert into and best opportunities, best recognition of my things? How I can create best jobs for the surrounding? How I can make a very good and team building, leadership
Excuse me.
quality, or good public relations with
Excuse me,
the
ma'am.
surrounding.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am, but I think we are stuck with the first slide here, ma'am. We could just see the meaning slide, ma'am. And
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm not
okay.
sure whether
Sorry,
you've.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
So the points comes, each and everything, it's created with an point of creativity. See, creativity of understanding what is finances, understanding what is operation management is, how to plan it, how to minimize the risk factor is, how to take the decision, how to understand what is a business operation is, how to understand the idea of job creation, how to recruit the persons, and the best and overall, what is the result of the public relation. The point which we have to understand, it's like what is an entrepreneur should understand, how should an entrepreneur should be started, what point should be considered. See, I have to understand what is it's actually a need of the society where I'm living on. If I'm starting a small entrepreneur, what is the need, what is a form of, then it comes with a creative thought. What is my creative thought is how I can do a best resulting creativity. Creativity is like idea, it's like inspiration, vision, it's like developing a new concept, level of a growth. It's a continuation process, can't stop at a particular time period. Professionalism is again a point which we have a behavior to a skill and a knowledge. Behavior which deals with the positivity, understanding what today's environment is needed. Like if I say my skills, how I can build my knowledge, understanding my skills, understanding the knowledge base, developing it into a certain level of understanding and earning from it. And we have number of YouTubers today to understand what is a right form of professionalism is. Understanding, building a network is also professionalism. Developing a right plan is also professionalism. Professionalism is collecting your market returns, securing your firm funds, how you utilize your finance area is professionalism. How you deal with others is a professionalism. Professionalism in each and every step should be very clear and focused. And then only an entrepreneur can be successful. It's like dealing with the right concept. See, behavior, skill, and knowledge. Three of them are the part of professionalism. How I behave, what kind of skills I have, how much I have the knowledge will be concluded in a part of professionalism. It's not one, like my behavior doesn't show me how I am professional, how much I am a professional person. It's about my skills also. If I'm dealing with something, my concept should be very clear. And my knowledge part should be very much identified, which what I have to do it. So the entrepreneur should understand if it is needed in anyone's, like if I want to start any entrepreneur, what concept should be clear? It should be like my knowledge should be very updated what I needed in today's environment. Like today, I understand that I was not able to connect with the video which I wanted to send you all. I wanted to share with you all. And that was a basic idea which I found it in my example, that there should be one example which should give a motivational value to everyone and should be reached to what my idea was. But I could not do it. That was my unprofessionalism. Just saying it as a technological error, no, that was unprofessionalism from my side. So understanding it, accepting it, and learning it from your failure is called an entrepreneur. It's not always been a professionalism and you're passing and getting your 100% through it. No, sometimes it will be failure. But failure means learning from it. So developing your skills to it. Then it comes behavior, skills, and knowledge. Behavior needs everyday updating, skills need everyday updating, and knowledge needs everyday updating. If you are leaving any of the part of three of them, you are a failure. Because knowledge is every day you're gaining some of the other part. Why it is happening, what it is happening, how much it is needed, what concept should be needed. Knowledge doesn't mean knowing about the world, general knowledge. Knowledge means what the entrepreneur you are running, you should have a deep knowledge of it. Because ultimately your ground is to make you recognized in the world, recognized in your society, recognized in your nation. So the dealing with your part should be very much clear. How I should be step on, what concept should be clear. You're running a business and you're not clear with your vision, it's like you're not professional. So this is the main soul that you have to understand it. Risk bearing capacity should be always been there. Risk taking is like give you the potential to gain something of value. Understanding it, risk is everywhere. Life is a risk. Entrepreneurs has a risk, and to understand that risk and have the courage to take a risk is an entrepreneur. Risk is everywhere. It's in the surrounding we have, but we talk about as a human being. But for an entrepreneur, is risk taking is a capability. If you have that capability, you can be an entrepreneur. And for that, you need a passion. If you have that passion to do, you can do at a different level. The passion need a base of everything. Everything is passion. If we want to become and like an Aman Gupta, CEO of and opening his own brand and working on Shark Tank, and you need that concept, you need a passion. If you become, you want to become an celebrity, you need a passion for that. If for every work, you need a passion. And for entrepreneur also, you need a passion every time. Okay, you're failure. Don't remove yourself from that. Okay, failure, fine. Again, step towards in more passionate, more motivational skills, so more influencing yourself that yes, I can do it more better. Yeah, I learned this concept, I learned this platform, and I'm working on next platform, and I know how to take a decision now. I'm more understandable because I was failure. So understanding failure is your learner concept. Understanding what is happening for your betterment. Understanding, okay, I have to learn from this step and I have to step towards the next, which will be on a different height, and I can do that. Planning is a continuation process, never been stopping process. It's like if I say, do what you love to, not what you are doing for a nothing result. So do what you love to, you will plan to a different level. You plan for your success. You will plan for each and every hurdle also. If it is coming, if it is, suppose it happens, I should have this much of the beneficial. You're measuring your risk and understanding it. It's need a passion. And the passion gives your right planning on each and every step, each and every parameter, on each and every area where you needed it. It's needed. It's a requirement. Planning does not mean it's a small term or a short period of time. It is a continuation process. It's a continuation. Planning cannot be stopped at any of the area, and it should not be. It is a continuation form. Then it comes knowledge about what you are doing, knowledge of understanding your own market, understanding what customer needs, what their requirement is, what different it is coming, what different I can do, what different idea should I step on, what I can make recognition by my own name in a different form. See, we know ABCD alphabets, English alphabets, we know about how they are being written, but they are written in a different forms. They are written in a different styles, and that is called creativity. Creativity is not just a one word; it is a process which is endless. Creativity is every parameter. If I say cooking has a different form of things which are being prepared. If I say about Tamil Nadu, if I'm not wrong, Sama dosa will be the right example of the food, and there are number of forms they are prepared by. So that is a knowledge, how you can collect and how you can make it recognized in the different area by its knowledge, what mixture should be there, what development should be there. See, we moved to the restaurants at the different areas, we went to the hotels different, but today it's needed on the road. We are seeing many of the small entrepreneurs who are working and getting good amount of money. They are profitable. They're much more profitable. And See, there are things how you have to understand your knowledges. Knowledge, what is needed by the society today. Understanding the knowledge, right word is to understand the customer. You are stepping towards what you're preparing in your entrepreneur is what you are working for. That you need a customers. So understanding what customer needs, it's a knowledge. Ultimately your product will be delivered to the customers. Your things, you want it to be connected with the customers, so you have to understand the taste of the customer, the need of the customer, uh, what they needed, what they want from you, and that cultivated, that collects, and that will be leads to a right entrepreneur successful part. And without knowledgeable part in your throughout the process, it's worthless. So knowledge is a continuous process, and you should understand from the starting point what you want to do, for whom you want to do, how you can reach to them, how you can collect them, and how you can correct yourself at each and every step where it is needed to get a better and better result. That is very important. Next comes social skills. Social skills means communication skills, how you are communicating to anyone. Uh, it's like resulting in communication skill is like how politely, how clear thoughts, how much you are aware of the things. It could be only by when you have a knowledge. Conflict resolution should be there. Basic interaction should be there. Team building skills. These are 4 points which are important in the social skills. Without communicating your things, whether you're communicating through an advertisement, it should be very clear what your entrepreneur is doing. If it is a small 30 minutes trolling, sorry, it's not trolling word, it's like advertisement in any of the form, 30 minutes or less than 30 seconds, it's like 15 seconds or 10 seconds, it should be very clear to the customer what you want to give, what you want to show, what different you have, what different awareness you have. That the communication skill should be like in very limited time period, you can make the customer aware at what level you are working on, what creative idea you have. If I say make my trip, you have, okay, make my trip, okay, this is about my trip, how I can manage in a very short period. So that is a social skill point. Open mindedness towards learning, open-mindedness towards learning about the people, and even if you are failed, open your mind. Okay, learning on each and every step, understanding people is each and every step. Even the failure, yeah, okay, fine, I'm failure. Okay, no problem. I can be a failure. But after failure, what I'm doing? I'm understanding it. I give you one small example of no one is like successful throughout the life. Some of the other person is failure in them, and maybe not throughout the business failure, but can be on a certain step. But what is a failure means on any of the step? We learn it. We learn it in a more better way. We learn for the next step should be in a successful way. That is needed on each and every's life. Yes. Should everyone some other day should be a failure? Yes, because failure means you are more successful, you are more learner, you are more updated, you have more knowledge, you are more creator, you are more with the more understanding, you have more experience. More experience you have, the more results you have. I give a small story of them. There was a man who, there was two friends. One was a successor, like always getting first and first in the class, and the second friend of his was always been a failure to sort of on the edge pass. And then when they grown up in the certain time period of the age of 18, and they crossed the school level and they started working, the intelligent one was successful and joined a company, and was started his earning with a good amount of money. But the other one was a failure. He started some, he'd given a number of interviews, he was failure. He started his business, he was failure. For the 5 years, he was a failure. And the other person was in a different height and studied a lot through a distance education. And after 5 years, getting his graduation, post-graduation done, and simultaneously his work, he had a working experience of 5 years, and then he stepped towards at a different level and starting earning a good amount, hence some money, and was almost settled down. And the other person, his friend, was on the same stage, and then he started an entrepreneur, and he was more experienced because he was more failure. And after 5 years, when he started his business, he started with a very nominal amount. Very nominal amount. And after that, he became a successful person. And we have this story which has been given at the number of plays, number of times, that every successful man has some failure taste also. No one of us, even us, has never tasted failure. We have tasted at many times and the different areas. But the point is how we can collect it into a profitable results. Empathy, we all know about understanding the smallest issues. We should be empathy. We should be consider it into a right form that yes, it is being there, it is there, and it is not wrong to be an empathy person. It's yes, you have to be. You should know about compassion. You should have care. You should be support. You should be an psychological, emotional, focus assistant person, and should have a feedback to understand what is being corrected, what is being needed in the surrounding. We have number of entrepreneurs examples today in our surrounding. We have number of figure out things. We have number of ideas which are working from the long-term focus. I can work very long-term focus. I give you a very small example, but I'm very much connected with Nika. So yes, I'm giving that example about Falguni Nair. And she's a woman entrepreneur who has made her name for herself in the Indian business world. And she is the founder and CEO of India's leading online beauty retailer. And I think, if I'm not wrong, everyone knows about Nykaa.com. Everyone knows about Nykaa products they are dealing with. So we have examples where we have long-term focus, still working on the next focus for the long term, next focus from, and managing all those things in a better result. Stepping towards starting with a smaller, then stepping and putting them to next step in a more learning and a conceptual way with a passion. Yes, we have to do it. Yes, we can do it. Yes, we are learning and we have to move to the next. Yes, we can do it. I give you one more example about Vandana Luthra, who is an Indian entrepreneur and the founder of VLCC Healthcare Limited. Everyone may be knowing about it. And she has an initiative that provides a training under the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana schemes also. And that shows that in India, we have not having only males who are collected towards an entrepreneur path, but there are many females who are doing on a different height and being recognized by the world that India has that caliber to develop those entrepreneurs in India, and not only in their specific social small regions or areas, but at a higher level of which is being recognized by the entire world. So that successful part is being needed. Next comes the customer is everything. We have to understand it. Yes, it's needed. It's needed that customer is an ultimate part, ultimate result, ultimate. Customer means a customer are really everything. Everything. If a customer is everything, yes. And customers are everything, yes. Everything starts with the customer, ends with the customer. So how you make yourself recognized in front of customer, how you deal with them, how you get a profitable returns from them, how you give them the best service, and how you make those customer to your loyal customer, that they don't move from your product to any of the product. And that is a part of that. Customer is everything for an entrepreneur, for a company, for any of the kind of a business. Customer is everything. While you're watching or scrolling ideas, those concepts, those marketable tools, that is needed, that is today's environment needed. And like motivational lectures, or I'll say influencers, the number of entrepreneurs today running in a social media platform. So they are very much knowing what customers need today. How can I satisfy those learn from that? So that concept makes it is an creative of in creative ideas. How professional they are working, what type of risk they are taking. No, important, and how you take is a different form of, and that is actually the result of an high entrepreneur at the different level of the entrepreneur is. So understanding and dealing at the different levels, and that is needed. Now the point comes, uh, which is the main focus. The slide is it generates is not only gives a new idea, good gives a new services, or if an employment creation, or to produce new employment. Like it's about developing and generating new wealth in developing means that new and improved offering of the product or a technology from entrepreneurs that develop new market, and for the new wealth is created. It's like
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Madam,
Hello? Yeah, sorry, it was disconnected. I'm not aware of when it was disconnected. Means that throughout what I have spoken being not being communicated to you. Okay, you must have interrupted me. Sorry, I was totally was not aware of. Okay, okay, okay. I'm sharing. Yeah, I will be sharing with you. Uh, Please WhatsApp me your email ID. I will do it. Sure,
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 sure.
sure. Okay, okay.
Can I conclude it if you say of the last?
You could just go ahead if it's only the end part of it. You could just go ahead, continue it, ma'am.
Okay. I just wanted to conclude in the last is the entrepreneur has a great role in the Indian economy. Has played a great role in on the Indian economy. It's like uh, it generates the national income. It helps in developing a new sort of goods and services, a new opportunities of the employment. It has a continuous steps towards the progress of the economy, offering and giving more development in the technological area that is which we are working in the last so many years. Uh, Developing in technology is a continuous process and give the wealth to no doubt every of us. Developing on the social media platform, in making and recognition, and higher learning contributes a better national income in the form of higher tax and better government spending, and developing a new form of a revenue and better investments. It's like developing a social change, starting from the goods and services of the new concept like innovative ideas, and work through it for the community development. It's nurturing the entrepreneur ventures by a little mindset like developing an individual financially support, working towards local charities and making them to understand by own ventures that how we can do it. uh, the concept of today of making you understand about this entrepreneur is, see, if I have certain caliber to understand what is my desire is, a desire to succeed, to be succeed in my entrepreneur, to trust on my process, to believe that in my own brand, to willing to be a responsible person, be a flexible and resilient at every time. And that is main qualities of an entrepreneur is needed for a successful time period. It's not only being started own business in opportunity, giving an opportunity, understanding others. It's how I plan it in a more better way for development, for understanding the development areas of it, developing my own skills, valuing it, understanding it's building my business skills, developing my strategies, understanding my creative, focusing on, learning on, and stepping towards more developing areas. And this is what a mindset should be, to understand what my customer is needing and how I can be more successful in that particular time period, because customer is everything. If I'm taking today's my lecture and there are many girls who are not listening or maybe listening very smartly, I'm not aware of that because I'm not there. But if everyone is learning 100%, if I'm successful, but if only two are learning, then also I'm a successful. That concept should be understood by me, and that is an entrepreneur. You can't be a successful like that everyone likes you or everyone makes you the successful. There will be few customers, but how this those customer will be a loyal customer to it, how you make in those under develop that those understanding or skills to make them towards a loyal customer. That is an entrepreneur. It's not just selling your product, it's you're making your customer your own customer. Is basically entrepreneur. is like dealing with that. And if you remember, I start with the professionalism word has 3 points, and that is your skills, your behavior, and your knowledge. That develops an entrepreneur, and that is needed because ultimately is like customers have to be satisfied, and that is the soul of the entire entrepreneur is today, and every business. It's every business. And with this, I concluded. Uh, Customers are the soul of the entrepreneur. Customer are the soul of business. Customer are the soul of when you want to earn money, because ultimately you have to satisfy the customers, and that's all. Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity and bearing this technical issues. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
For sharing your thoughts of entrepreneurs and needs of successful entrepreneurs.
Really, my students are enjoying more. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. And sorry, everyone, for all the technical issues. I have noted that, and I surely make myself better for the next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. May I now invite Dr. A. Surendran sir, Assistant Professor of Commerce, to deliver vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all present here. Really, it's a great pleasure for me to propose vote of thanks on this one-day national seminar on entrepreneurship and innovation. First of all, I'd like to thank our Secretary, President, College Governing Council members for encouraging us towards organizing this one-day national seminar. Next, I'd like to thank our college principal, Dr. D. Venkateswaran, for his encouragement, valuable guidance and encouragement towards this program. And I express my sincere thanks to our chief guest of today's session, Dr. BHAWNA, JOHRI Madam, Assistant Professor, Dayalbagh Educational Institute, Uttar Pradesh. Thank you for accepting our invitation, Madam. And really, your session was thought-provoking and mind-blowing. So on behalf of our Rajavali Rajus College and our PG Department of Commerce, I express my sincere gratitude to you, Madam. You have given a lot of insights on the meaning of entrepreneurship and how to become a successful entrepreneur. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And I also thank our head of the department, Dr. E.L. Ramar, staff members of our department for their coordinated effort towards this program. I also thank the staff members from other colleges and participants from other colleges, student participants from our college in making this function a grand success one. Finally, I thank our teaching and non-teaching faculty for their coordinated effort towards this program. By concluding the remarks, the famous adage quotes of Steve Jobs, I want to put a ding in the universe. It's not a faith in technology, it's a faith in human. So as rightly pointed out by our resource person, so in order to be a successful entrepreneur, so you have to develop the qualities as explained by our resource person. So wish you all the best for your bright future and to become a successful entrepreneur in your future. Thank you for giving me this nice opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we are thankful for this session. And we could now close the session, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
And
so
sir
much.
would be talking to you later, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.